predefined functions of strings. Next topic I will be covering is the file handler portion, and these 9 subtopics I will be also discussing in this file handler. Introduction to file IO, opening and closing files, file access modes, file attributes, file positions, reading files, writing to files, renaming and deleting files, directory handling functions. So I'll just start. What is strings? String is an interesting topic in Python. You can imagine string as a sequence of characters enclosed in quotes, single, double, or triple quotes. Or these one two other definitions of the strings. String is a collection of alphabets or words or other characters. And one interesting point to be noted in strings are these they are immutable, which means they can't be changed after they have been created. But to fully understand strings clearly, let's move on to the next slide, which is about strings and character array. So I'll just briefly introduce what you mean by character array. Character array is a collection of characters stored in a continuous memory locations, and we use com we use characters commonly in programming. So So this is a typically a list manipulation of your characters. As in you have learned about the list data structure, and we are storing the characters in a list. So let me just briefly implement this character array in Python. Let's just assume one variable as var, and this is the list which which is gray brackets, and I'll just let's say my name is Surya. So this as character capital S U R Y A. So we have stored this character, and I'll just print this. Save this and run this. So you have seen this is simply a collection of characters which is capital S, capital E, small letter U, small letter R, small y, and y. And this is the printing of this. So first you have to understand what is the difference between a string and a character. In character array, if let's say I want to access zero index of the zero, which is a capital S, and print it, you'll see this is it is retaining the zero index which is of capital S. But if I want to just modify this, and let's say zero indexing, which is currently storing S, and let's assume D, any character you can put. So what will be this printing S, and run it. You can see we have modified this. But string is similar to this, but we are not having this capability of modification. So let me just introduce how you can implement a strings. Within a single quotes, I will write SURYA, which is a collection of characters, S in capital and U in small and similar to that. And if I let's just first simply print this. Yeah, we can see this is printing, and if I want to change this to my capital S to let's say again D. That's so we are getting a so this proves our immutability concept in strings. And you can see, if you're not able to understand what is object, this will be taught in your oops concept in second semester. But think of this as non-array type. And these are all the difference. Moving on to the next slide, as I have shown you, how do you create a stress string in single quotes. Let me show you in double quotes. Simple, just you implement this in your double quotes. Let me write my full name then, and just remove this and save this and clear my. Okay, let's just run it again. As you can see, this is printing me Suryadeepa Boina, and this is you can do this in single quotes or double quotes. But in triple quotes, you can multi-line in the format of multi-line. If I want to say, let's just say this is a multi-line code. So we have, this is the first, your first line and second line, but we have, this is the second line string. So we'll see if this will not throw any error. It doesn't throw any error. If I implement this in double quotes, see, we are already getting a error, but let's just see. Yeah, we are getting an error. So next part is the accessing part. You can access your strings in a, if you want to access your single digit or single character, you can use your indexing part. If you want to access stub string, as in sequence of string from the original strings, you can do this by your slicing method. So I will discuss these methods in next slide. This is the indexing part. Let's just go to the implementation part of this. How you can implement this indexing part. Let's just say one variable is the text in double quotes. I'm writing Python, and let's just print it. And this is our variable which is storing our string Python. If I want to access, let's say t, which is in indexing of 0, 1, 2. So this will print me t, or let's just say text. There is also possibility of negative indexing, as in from this end part, this will negative indexing will start. So uh, this will print me one. Let's just say this is correct or not. Yeah, it's correct. I am getting 2 because 0, 1, 2, and end because it's a minus 1. Let's say if I minus 3, this will print me n 0, 1. The h will print me. This covers the indexing part. So this is one question for you guys. Uh, you can write a Python program, simple program, and how do you create a Python is fun in 5 seconds in your chat box. Let's quickly answer this. Let me see your answers. Okay, yeah, you have answered this. I want you write a Python program for Python string. Just you have to let me just again visualize you. Python is fine. And just remove this print and control S and run it. See? Yeah, this thing we can do this. Let me see. Yeah, yeah. Good guys, you have learned this. So moving on next, which is slicing of the index accessing part of the Python. Okay, as you have discussed previously, we can extract a portion of a string using the indexing. But let's just firstly understand how do you implement this. Is in the syntax of this. Start is inclusive. In if you have learned in your mathematics in 12th, this is inclusive. Square brackets x, and this is y. If you understand the maths of this is y exclusive, as in before the range of y, but not y. X as in square, it is included. This is I have written here only. Okay, and step. How much steps? As in, if it's one step, it will jump on to the one step, or if it's two, it will move on to the two steps. Let me just give some few examples to properly understand this slicing part. Let's just assume Python and simple. Let's just say one, as in from y till 4, which will be, as you can guess, type in your chat box YTH. As in this is 1, this is 2, then this is 3, but not including of 4, which is 3 only. So next example, let's say I have not given any uh, indexing in the start position, but still I'm giving 3. Let's say this is the 3. So you can chat in your chat box what will be the answer if it gets error or not. Thus, it will not give an error because it is assuming as the start as in the zero indexing only, and it will not include the 3 but 2 PYT. Thus, as you can see, hmm, okay, maybe this. Okay, this is fine. Some more examples. Let's say from this, I just reverse this 3 part. So what will be answer here? So 3 as in the T part, no, no, H part, and till the last, which is N, which we are getting HON, H, 3, 4, and 5, last indexing. Let's just move on to the 1, 2, and stepping up to. Let's say this is stepping up to, meaning it will start from Y and not, okay, they have to be, let's just say 5, 1, it will jump to H and it will not include N. So it will be, I guess, YH. Yeah, I'm correct. So one other example, let's see if I'm not giving anything to this 1 and 5 also, but only giving the step. Oh, we are getting PTU, as in from P, which is 0, and T jumping to 1 and jumping to 3, no, no, 4, which is T and not including this. Yeah, I guess you have learned this. One last example for this slicing. This is Y, as in from starting, we are starting from this. minus 1, and moving on to this minus 2 as in minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 will be next part, and minus 4 which will be not included, and y minus 4 will be included, which is y. This you can see, and that's all. These are all the examples I have shown you, and you have to key points to be noted. Negative indexing count from the end of the string, which I have shown in the last example, and step, which is the skipping of characters. And again, the question series for you guys. I am giving you 10 seconds and 5 seconds for each of the question. Please answer them in your chat box. So let me see the chat box. Okay, and what is the first answer? Okay, I want the slicing. Okay, no, wrong. 0 to 5 is not correct. Another answer, please. Okay, let me just go to my what is this question? Hello world and slash. Show you how to do this. This is the text, and what is the input? Hello world, and this is the colon exclamation marks. So how do I extract the world part only? So let's say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the starting list. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is the 12, and we have to include this. So it will not include the exclamation because we have tell it is exclusive. See, this is the word, and we have correctly guessed the answer of this, which is it will reverse this thing NOTHTYP. It is correct. So next, moving on to this, what are the operations available on strings? There are two types of operation available on strings. One is the concatenation, and another is the repetition. So how do you implement the concatenation? We use the plus operator. So let me just move on to my VS Code. Let's just say welcome plus, which will concatenate to plus again. Welcome to this PYPREP session. So let me run on this. Yeah, okay, I have to give space. See, this is concatenated, and next operation is the multiplication operator, wherein we will just this there is wow, it will just print this in 3, as in the number of the variable you have given. Wow, wow, 3 times. And just see if this is the case. Wow, exclamation 2 3. Run this. See, I am getting wow. Let's see if I want to print this in 5 times. I'll just write this 5 here. See, 1 2 3 4 5. But you have to understand there are no minus and there are no division. As in, you can't minus from your strings. So it will return a error. Let's say this is a file. Just remove this and put minus. This should give me an error. So we are getting this error. So you can't do this minus operator. Even division is not also available. See, we are getting error for this. Plus and multiplication is the only one. Some other predefined functions available, as in the methods, you can do this. The one is the length function, which you have used in all your list operators also, which results the length of the string, as in how many number of characters are available in that particular string. And this is lower function, which if there is some uppercase character available in the string, it will lower this. And similar to this, there is lower, it will upper this in the upper method. And count method is where you write some in count method you write some string substring, and this will find the number of occurrence of that substring. And find method is it will find the first occurrence of the substring, and if there is not available, it will just return -1. So let me just show you all these examples. Let's just write my string here. And this string is hello world. And I print it. And using the length function of this, and this is my string, the length, which I have told it will return the number of characters in this string. Save this and run this. See, it is giving me 30. So let's just see is it correct or not. H1 LE1 1 2 3 4 5 6, and this will also be counted 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So it's correct. And next is lower. Okay, okay, I'll just capitalize this my word, and just remove this. You implement this in a different manner from the len function. You dot it and then put those brackets. This is how you use this lower function. And just run this. See, every word hello H is also been lowercase from what I told. Using this simple example, you just change this to upper method. Upper is also similar to how you use the lower implementation part. See, everything has been uppercase. E, L, L, and O. Word is before you capital. So next count function. Let's just say hello one again word. See, there are two occurrences. And word. See, it is giving me two, as in there are two occurrences in this hello world. So if I write this hello, which is only one occurrence, it should give me one here. So I am correct. It is giving one. Last question. Last is this find methodology. This is similar to your count. It will remove the find, but it will give me the index wherein this hello will starts. See if I write hello, it should give me zero. As in hello start from zero index. See if I write world, there are two equations of world, but the first occurrence as in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is coming from 7th index. See, not this one. This covers this, and there are many different predefined functions also available in the strings. I have called only this 6, I guess. No, 5. This is all the description available. You can read low and upper world 7th, which is correct. So it was. And Python. There is no Python here. It is given -1. So this is another question for you guys. Please first write your 5-second Python program of this, then answer this. Let me see what you have answered. Yeah, this is correct. Sentence.lower. Okay, so give you the answer for the second question. I have not told you about the replace, but let's see if you can correct answer guess correctly from this replace only. So the correct answer for the second is here th, and there is also. This will become thus thws. Then here is also is. Then it will be also changed to was a test. It is. This will change to was. It was but. So if you just let me write this code, which is text in double quotes. This is a test. It is working. And my new text is text this. The old one is which is, and the new bus. So I'll print this my new text. Okay, save this and run this. See, I was correct. This is part is has been removed. Was is been replaced 3 times. Was and was. So this is the question slide. Moving on to the next slide. So I have covered the strings concept from whatever the topics I have listed. Now I'll move on to this file handler part. So basically, we all use your computers daily right now. So what are the basic stuffs you have to? We just let's just move on to this. We access one file and just an image file and just accessing it. But in computer, this is comes under the reading part, as in because you see this is all the stored in bits as in 0 1 format. So computer is basically reading those bits and encoding this in a format which we can access it as in I will not understand what are the bits it has been encoded. I'll just understand this JPG. So computer is reading and converting to this. This is the reading part of the computer, and in the writing, let's say one text document is available. So if I want to write, I can just remove all this and write something. This is writing. So computer is basically taking input from my keyboard and whatever the characters I am been typing and saving this characters in this file. This comes under file. So we basically just read, write, change our data, and this is the managing part. As in, if you are, this is the folder. If I want to delete this, I just first remove this console and remove this. I have removed. This comes under the managing part. If I want to change some existing file and update it, or modify the file content, or delete this. And how does Python do this in a text format or in the binary format? As in, I have seen you the binary is in the codes. Everything is not available in the text format. These are available in binary format, so we can use some libraries which are encoded in root. We can use it. So first topic is opening and closing of the files. Okay, let's go to our VS Code. I'm in my terminal of this folder only, which is fh demo in my VS Code. Mm, let's just do all this. Let's just play. This is my variable, and this is the method, open method, which is if you give a file text as in referencing is there. There is absoluting referencing. If you know the copy path concept, so more options. Yeah, and copy path. See, this is the part as in this is available in my C drive under the user directory and bsu bsu user directory, downloads user directory, fs user directory, and untitled.py. This is the absolute as in the where from which drive this file goes to and to the extent of the file. But in reference path, this is if I am in fs demo only, this comes under untitled.py. If I create one other directory, I just simply put it in new folder and create one simple new document.txt. If I am fh demo and the apps referencing path will be uh, new folder slash new document.txt. Just a copy path. In the referencing part, this part will be removed. This is the referencing if I am from the NH domain, FH demo part. But in absolute terms, This is the absolute of that part. So I'm referencing from my reference part only, not the absolute part. I have one example txt available. This is the more part I will be covering next, but default is usually R only, reading part. And I'll just print this I part. I'll just say what the answer. See, let's just go what is available in my example text. This is some example in the net which sentences are available. Lauren is planning to learn. So it is like an example in the read mode. I have read this, which is exactly similar to this. And you basically close this because there are some pointers available, so you don't want to make them garbage content. This is the best practice if you are using file handling. As you see, once you're done working with a file, you should close it using the close method to free up the system resources. And as I said, I'll discuss the file access modes. This is the reading part as I told you in the JPG. I'm just able to access it, not able to modify this, only able to access. And the right part in the document I have shown, I am just writing. It usually, if there is no document available of the path, then it will create this file, or if this available, it will overwrite it. But in append mode, which we normally use, there is one path, when there is one file there, and we just modify this, delete the contents or create new content. And this is the how do you write in the binary format or read in the binary format. This comes under the file attributes, as in file here. File is an object, so name will be its data. You see this image, its name is WhatsApp image 2024 12 2 at 20 22 137. This is its name. If I change this as well, it has been changed. Rename. So this gives the file name, as in here we have example.txt, and this is the mode. Here we use the R mode and close. If it will give the file has been closed or not. If you use this method, file.close, and again print this will result in the true part. I just enter an example dot txt. Let's just say in reading mode, print the attributes file name, file mode, save this, and return. See, my name is example.txt and it is in the read mode. If I give another which is let's just create one other file and name this pickup.txt and we change this. Let's see what this will result. It is giving the same. If I change this mode to W, see it has been changed here also. If you want to see if the file is closed or not, here is the closed attribute. It will result true because we have not used the file.close. See, this is correct. I have used close and then after that only it is getting true. This is the file position and we use the seek function if it's in line, as in the seek function. What will it do is just go to that particular line. If you give 0, it will start at the beginning. If it will give 2, it will start at the second line of the file handle. And tel is basically gives the position, where is the current position of it. Let's just go to the 8th part and use our example txt. This is the example.txt. So then it okay. So R, I didn't see that. Happened. Something. See if I should print all the lines. Yes. This is removed. Okay. To from previously I have removed. Okay. That's why it's not good. Because of the R, W, as I have done before. See the read only one. If I use the file seek and put it 0 as in current position will be second line. This the starting read line will complete this sentence and it will be here. But what I'm doing using the seek function, I'll just go to the starting position of one print file dot read. See, if I do change this to 2, what will it do? The starting one, this is the example here, and previously we used 0, and again it's coming the whole. Right now I have changed the seek to 2. This is what we demonstrated here. And reading files, you can use 3 different read, read lines and read line, as in it will read the first line only, and read lines will result in a listed format. Let me just put this. See, this must be here. Run it again. This is our first read line. That is, and this is a differentiator. Another, and this is our next line. This will come also new line format, and this is the next. Writing is similar to this. Let me give you another example. Example next in the mode of W file dot write. This is sorry calling and set a new name here. Currently example is showing this, and if I run and again open this, see, from the previous content of this I have overwritten this, and you can use this write lines, and I have to use a list. Let's just say line 1, new line character, line 2, new line character. Save this. Presently example is containing this. this. See, you have to use the right lines through the list information. This is the question for you guys. Please answer the first question in 5 seconds. Yeah, it's correct. So, answer the second question, as in you have to write a Python program. Please give your answer to the second question so I can see. Yeah, and again write print file dot read, so it will show in the terminal side. Yeah, it's correct. Thank you guys. So last two topics are there. You can use this how you rename and delete things in the files. You use the OS format. These are not available in your inbuilt functions, but these are available in your OS. As in, you don't need to download your library using pip. These are available in Python only, but you have to import them. So if I give you an example how this will be done, import OS, sorry, OS dot rename method example txt, and just say this is Surya. I just first see this and run it. See if it's any difference. See, my example has been not there, but Surya is been there. The content is same or not. The previous line 1, line 2, 3 has been there. If I want to say delete this, use the method of remove. Uh, you don't have to mention two file names, just the example. But the example is not there. Sorry. Save it and run. Let's see if it's there. See, Surya is not been there. So this is what I have been demonstrating to you. And how do you handle a directory using the Python? You use make directory function. This will create a test directory as in the text folder, and this you can, as you see here in this fs demo, there are four, three files. One is untitled.py, debug.txt, and suru.debug.jpg. And in new folder there is only one. If I create it, it's in another which test folder. It is debug. So if I want to see, ls dot list directory. This is a command for listing all. Save this. See, in my fs domain, which is currently here, how many files are there. Debug.txt is there, a new folder directory is there, so the PHP is there, and .py is there. This is this. And another is if I want to create one directory, first dot make directory, and name is new directory. So just extra one new directory will also mention. See, and this is all been reflected here also. But I want to, let's say, remove this. We use rm directory, and again this list, this will be removed. This new directory which I have been created, and this is also reflected. New directory is not here. So this completes my file handling part. Thank you guys. And I'll give you 5 minutes. If you want any doubts, I can address them right now. Thank you guys for your reactions. So there are no inbuilt functions here. If you want to, for the question why we need OS, there is no inbuilt function in the Python. This will result in a error if you write that rm, here it is. If you write this list directory in Python only, this will create, it will say what is this list directory. So you have to import them. Typically you don't use, but if you want those methods, so use OS directory. You can give you thumbs up if you okay. Topics. So this is the OS topic only. I have covered only what you say, rename, remove, and make directory, list directory, and remove directory. So if I explain what is rename, you can see this is a debug.txt. Here I what you do, I use this rename function. You can use here also. Show more options, and this is the rename. We typically use if there's some mismatch between a file name. So if I want to, let's say debug.to.txt, the file has been renamed. So that is what this typical does. If you want to first clarify which file you are doing this and what is the new format. This is a rename method and this is a remove. I don't need to explain the remove, I guess, because it's very simple. Just what you say, this delete deletion part of this been done. This is what it does. If you want, this has been deleted. This is the code for how you can do that. I use simple this, but in VS Code, I use this as in the new directory. If I want to, what is this? Remove then this file, no new example.txt. I just say, and this is a new text document, and rename. Hmm, remove. Currently, my workspace is in this fx.demo. Usually, what you do is copy the path, as in the absolute path. See, but this comes an error. Yes, there too. See, but and we also have to change this because in this format it doesn't. You have to change this to left left index. This has been not been listed here, and this has also been shown. Let me just ask you if you are clear about this remove and rename. Okay, thanks. And see, this make directory is similar to your. I want to create new folder which I have been created. New folder till 2. But how you can implement Python? You use your OS and use the method of OS dot make directory function. Let's just say VIT-AP. The name of this is VIT-AP and it is in relative context. You have to you have to make your concept clear of this relative and absolute pathing. See this? This is clear and run this again. See this VIT-AP folder has been created using this only. And this is list directory which I am been showing to you. This results the whatever the files have been folders in the directory. And remove directory if I want to just say remove this VIT-AP which I have been created using. We use rm.tr. Just run this. See, VIT-AP is there previously, but it's not there, and it's also not showing. So, is this clear? Can you give you a thumbs up? So that is for your queries. I think Deva will share you the, or any other member will share you the quiz details.
Hello, Ajay, am I audible?
Yeah, Vishwas, you are.
Okay.
Yeah, you can proceed.
So, guys, it's time for the quiz. Before that, I want to mention, like yesterday, if you have faced they cannot do the quiz, it is because it is only restricted to view only one attempt. So make sure don't come back to the home page after enrolling into the quiz and enroll only using your registration numbers.
Okay, Surya, can you stop sharing your screen?
Okay, guys, I have shared the link for the quiz. Please enroll.